A job is a job is a job is a job, right? Hey gang, I'm Jay, the official elected official, and in this episode of Jae Explains, we're breaking down why the fight for 15 is a red herring. Do me a favor, if you could, like, sub, share, speak. Now, let's get into it. First and foremost, yes, red herring is a meal, but it's also a term that describes misdirection or distraction. Life is about perspective, guys. I know you've heard the saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure, or beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Those cliches are timeless because they speak to the perspective principle. Why is this important to the point? Well, if someone is making do on $12 an hour, that extra $3 is clutch. Let's do a little math. 40 hours is the standard set for a full work week. There are 52 weeks throughout the course of the year. So for time's sake, we're going to call it the 40-52, which is 2,080 hours of your life you're spending making someone else's life a little bit easier, or even possible in many cases. And at $15 per hour, granted, this does not take variables like overtime and pay docking into account, that equates to $31K before taxes. So if you're lucky, take home is around $27 to $28K for what equates to a year of your life.
My faith's in people, I guess, individuals. And I'm happy to say that for the most part, they haven't let me down.
No, I don't understand why you keep someone around your business. You can't even trust them.
I ain't gotta trust her. I know her. You can't trust Melanie, but you can always trust Melanie to be Melanie.
I don't know, but in my humble opinion, $31K for a full 40-52 is a jip for any individual's time, no matter the work. Months back, during the conversation with Congressman Payne that was at the center of the Irvington Does Colorectal Cancer video, he made it clear how prominent and vital cheap labor is to the country's overarching economy. Please don't ask me for a direct quote. We're talking about a conversation that took place almost a year ago, but the poignancy of what the congressman was alluding to highlights how prominently we effectively undercut and undervalue each other. If someone making $31K doing a full 40-52 at 15 per hour, then it stands to reason that if you're currently making less than 15, then you're slaughtering overtime to crack 30K a year. I hear the burger flippers argument a lot. Hell, when I was advocating for earned sick days with New Jersey working families, I heard the testimonials of business owners, primarily in fast food franchises, staunchly against the measure, many citing cost, others citing employee abuse. But what really stuck out the most is exactly how disconnected those individual franchise owners were from the reality that they pay absolute garbage wages, and no one with an ounce of self-respect is willing to deal with their terrible practice of hiring horrible managers. And that goes for the entire service industry. I mean, let's just be real here, guys. Managers, hashtag not all, but an inordinate amount, tend to be the worst people, and HR departments literally only exist to create jobs for a very specific sex, but I'm digressing. Let's get back to the point. Let's look at the minimum wage as a baseline. In theory, it is the bare minimum an individual services can be rendered for, regardless of what the task is. We make such a fuss about jobs and job numbers, but jobs aren't careers, and we're somewhat conditioned to view the two separate concepts in the same light.
This ain't really work, though. This is not really work. This is my career. Some people have jobs. Some people have careers. Some of y'all in the audience, some of y'all got jobs, some of you have careers. Now, the people in the audience with careers need to learn to shut the fuck up when you're around people with jobs.
Where many regular people have careers, all regular people have jobs. And I'm gonna let Dr. Huxtable explain the economics of regular people.
Suppose you graduate from high school. Let's say you just slide by. All right, now you got to find a job. Now, what kind of salary do you expect for a regular person? $250 a week. $250 a week? Yeah. Sit down. I'm going to give you $300 a week. Yes, indeed. And I will take $350 for taxes.
Whoa!
Huh? Yeah. Now, because see, the government comes for the regular people first. Now, how much does that leave you with?
$850.
All right. Now, you've got to have an apartment because you are not going to live here. An apartment in Manhattan will run you at least $400 a month.
I'll live in New Jersey.
All right. To live in New Jersey, you've got to have a car.
I ride a motorbike.
You need a helmet. Figure $100 a month for clothes and shoes. Okay, so what does that leave you with?
$200. So, no problem.
There is a problem. You haven't eaten yet.
I can get by on bologna and cereal. So, I got everything I need, plus $200 left for the month.
You plan to have a girlfriend?
For sure.
Inflation is a mofo, ain't it? He really said $400 a month for rent in Manhattan. Oh my god, the 80s were insane. So, what's the point? Did I prove the fight for 15 is a red herring? Well, seeing how even Google says you want to be making at least $43K a year to live comfortably in general in the United States as a country, let's be real, $31K in a place like Montana is going to go a hell of a lot further than in a place like, I don't know, let me pick in random, New Jersey. Don't think I missed Theo's little Jersey dig there. That was everyone's idea. Now, living in the Garden State is more expensive than ever. Thanks, Malcolm Jamal Warner. So, let's wrap this up. The fight for 15 is ultimately a fight for 31K at a full-time 40-52, which in Utah is ballerific, but in a place like New Jersey is a drop in the bucket, which is why they, and by they I mean the governor and his SJW wing of Jersey Democrats, are pressing for it, because the 31K baseline in a state with the 5th highest cost of living is just enough to satiate the exploited and the exploiters. Now, if you know anything about this channel, you know we talk solutions, and if I were God Emperor Jae and not just a lowly district leader, I would set the baseline at about 50K before taxes for a full 40-52. Oh, did you hear that? I heard it too. A business owner's nuts hit the floor. Hear me out. The way New Jersey subsidizes large businesses for any and everything, we can redirect some of that tax money towards paying small business payrolls, even rolling over healthcare into such a mechanism that's preferably rooted in manufacturing and production of some sort, because switching to a service-based economy has been a death sentence to America urban centers. So, I think I've proven my point, or at least giving you something to chew on and get that noggin jogging for when you get excited about any form of hourly wage. No one is going to pay you like you pay yourself, guys. Or you could, get a salaried position where you know what you'll make for the full 365 up front, but just know that at that level, your life is not your own. But a funny thing is that salaried workers, management, tend to treat per hour laborers as if the job should be their everything. The American labor force is just a circle of stress and butthurt. Of all the things that can kill you, most likely is stress. And popular meme going around right now is reminding everyone that your job will be on Craigslist, Monster, Indeed, or the classifieds before your body even goes cold. Please, look out for yourself. So, with that being said, thanks for putting up with me. Please, do all the internet stuff. Like, sub, share, speak. I'm not trying to say many involved in the fight for 15 are nefarious, but I do believe angles and perspectives matter. What's your angle? Share it down below in the comments, and until the next video, love.